Cheer!
Το κορίτσι να μην μείνει εδώ, λέει. Το κορίτσι να μην μείνει εδώ. Το τακτοποίησες? Asking if he's on top of your situation.
You ask
You have to look what is going on inside and in out.
Okay.
you ask someone?
How weird.
I don't wanna miss my flight.
When are you leaving?
Tonight.
No,
This afternoon.
don't leave us. What time tonight?
6:45. So we are gonna make Go up. Are you okay?
What? My shoulder's bothering me. But it's okay.
You have the physiotherapist in your room. You can
I
use
know,
me.
I know. It hasn't really been bothering me all of a sudden. It's bothering me, but it's like
What did you really say?
yeah.
After the game, we have to do a selfie. Like,
Yeah, it's
not
like
a selfie.
like in Slovakia.
You guys take a selfie without me?
You weren't there.
Can we take a picture of the three of us? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get in it now.
Kalimera.
Thank you. But I want to do a selfie, but we make a photo. Someone make a photo.
Yeah.
I can take it.
We got you.
But now we have a new tradition.
We will do it right after.
I have the selfie stick, but
Yes,
no, they probably in Italy there are a big event of beach volley, and there are a party after in the night. And when you come in the party, they get it throw away.
Oh,
My selfie stick.
that's annoying.
They took it away? Why? Thought it was a wet roll. In Italy, you can bring the selfie stick in a
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome to Hoofddorp, the Netherlands. Final day of softball part of Super 6 tournament. Inaugural year of this continental clash of the Titans. Top 6 softball teams and top 6 baseball teams. During 1 week of great games. This is Team Greece. Hellas will face the Russians in fifth place game. Sixth game for both of the teams. Unlike these ladies who are in white uniforms, Team Russia was able to win during the tournament, but they were only able to beat the Greeks. Apart from that, they have been unsuccessful.
The lineup of Greece. Number 17, shortstop, Eleni Spirakis.
Now, the teams are lining up on the field. Let's go through the batting lineup. First, the visiting team, the Greeks. It's Eleni Spirakis, the shortstop, leading off. Then Alexis Bezos, center fielder. Anissa Leopoulos, second baseman. Then the designated player, Eftimia Marinakis. Maria Zepeda, first baseman. Chelsea Lysikatos, third base. Catcher, Nicolette Papavisalou. Left field, Dora Scorgiani for the first time in this tournament. We'll see her at bat. Then the right field, Sam Lysikatos, and the starting pitcher wearing number 8 on her uniform is Lauren Stavru. That's the official lineup. We'll see if the Greeks, after the umpires and coaches meeting at home plate, reconsider putting Mia Marinakis in to start. We'll see how that develops. They have her as the designated player for the moment, so an easy option for the Greek team to switch up the things in the circle. On the opposite side, lining up from the third base side, is the Russian batting order. Tatiana Zhuchkova on the second baseman to lead things off. Then Polina Varekina, the shortstop. Tatiana Beltyukova. In left field, Evgenia Gizarova, Olga Yakovleva, Daria Semyonova, Yana Islamova, Vera Kukharenko, and Narina Stepanyan. In third base, Anna Shabanova is the right fielder, sitting out during offense. And then it's Vera Kukharenko who will start as the pitcher. And of course, we're look at who actually takes the field, as you watched Kukharenko with number 18 on her jersey. That's the blonde lady on the right of the Russian lineup, and the rest of the Russian team. It is a fairly cold day in the Netherlands, but luckily no more rain. No more rain this Saturday morning as we head into the afternoon. And now the national anthems of the two teams. So the national anthems are over, and that means we're about to kick off game number 16. Here's starting defense for Team Russia. Vera Kucharenko in the pitching circle. Behind the dish, Evgenia Egizarova. Yana Islamova, first baseman, Tatiana Zhuchkova, second base, Polina Varekina in shortstop, Narina Stepanyan, third base, and the outfielders from the left, Tatiana Beltyukova, Daria Semyonova, and Anna Shabanova. That's Russian defense for game number 6 in this tournament. Russia beat Greece back on day 3 on Thursday. It was the morning game in which Russia won 7-2. That was Kucharenko, who pitched 2 1/3 of the innings, and Yulia Maslova took over, or started things off for Russia, and has the win in her stats. On the opposite side, it was Mia Marinakis and Lauren Stavru who did the pitching. We'll see who ends up actually pitching for Team Greece. For Russia, it is Vera Kucharenko. .33 earned run average in the one loss that she recorded. She appeared in 3 games though. Opponent's batting average .429. But bear in mind that Kucharenko was the pitcher for Russia against the Dutch batters. We'll see how that develops. Team Greece will start in offense as they're the designated visiting team because they placed 6th after the round robin without a win. Surprisingly, they came the closest to at least tying the game or winning against the Czechs. They lost only by 1 run, 6-5. All the other losses were by at least 4 runs. That was the opening game against the Brits, and then 5-run differential in the first battle against Russians, and run-ahead rule ended the game against the Dutch after 4 innings at 14-4, and 5 innings against Italy, and the score was 9-1. That was yesterday. It's a new day here in Hoofddorp, and Kucharenko starting off with 2 balls. This time it's popped up towards the stands. And first strike charged on Eleni Spirakis, number 17, shortstop of Team Greece. Her average is .364. She has second highest number of hits, and will ground out to Polina Varekina on this hard shot towards Russian shortstop. Spirakis with a 6-3 ground out to lead things off for Team Ellis. That brings up Alexis Bezos. She is the only batter in the lineup doing just a tad better than Spirakis when it comes to the numbers, but she only played in 4 games, unlike her predecessor, Eleni. And once again towards Varekina, the throw is off target, and Bezos now heading for second, and the throw is in time. She is gone after reaching first on the error by Varekina, the throwing error. She is tagged going to second, and she was caught by a mile there, maybe for Bezos. The only chance left was to try and make it a rundown, and and return back to first. Either way, 2 away. Fouled out of play. Berekina, the throw off target, but then Yana Islamova managed to grab that ball late in time to retire Alexis Bezos. Anissa Eliopoulos, the second baseman, with 2 strikes now on the count. Things looking great for Kukharenko and Russian defense. This rise ball away, misses the zone. So 2 consecutive balls, and that's good news for Anissa Eliopoulos. And popped up towards shallow left field, and it's Berekina, the shortstop, who makes the play. So she is a part of all the outs in this half inning for Team Russia. So rather quick 1-2-3 inning for the Russian defense, and that gives us time to introduce the starting defense of Team Greece. In the circle, Lauren Stavru, number 8 behind the dish. Nikolai Papavisalou, first base, Maria Zepeda, second baseman, Anissa Eliopoulos, third base, Chelsea Elissakatos, shortstop, Eleni Spirakis, in left field, Dora Scorgiani, center field, Alexis Bezos, and in right field, Samantha Elissakatos, younger of the 2 New York natives. Here's Chelsea, her older sister, who's 24 years of age. So everything ready for first Russian attack, which will be led off by Tatiana Zhuchkova, second baseman with the highest batting average among Russian players, 467, 7 hits and 15 at bats, 1 double among those. Although she struck out 3 times. Now facing Lauren Stavru, and first pitch falls in the zone for strike number 1. And that drops low and away. Even count, 1 on. This time the pitch missed above the letters. Ball number 2. Stavru, run average 6.3. Pitched in 10 innings. Struck out 3 batters. Opponent's batting average 426, so very similar numbers for both pitchers. And this time it's dropped in right field by Lissakatos on the attempt. So Tatiana Zhuchkova singles into right field despite the effort of Sam Lissakatos, but Lissakatos able to keep it a 1 base hit. And that brings up the shortstop, Lena Berekina. Very busy in the first half, now showing bunt. Berekina, the quick lefty, batting .333. Has driven in 2 runs on the 5 hits and 15 at bats during the tournament. Lays down the bunt, but it lands by the backstop for a foul ball and strike number 1. I'll make that strike 2, so 0-2 pitch coming from Lauren Stavru. And the ball was trailing to the outside, getting away from Verekina, but she's able to just get a piece of it and send it towards the Russian dugout on the third base side of the field. So home plate umpire Bob Easkins now with ball sack refilled and awaiting another pitch from Stavru. Go outside one more time and it gets away from Papaveselou, but Zhuchkova on first, taking a careful approach, and with nobody out, does not risk being thrown out. Of course, base runner in a scoreless game could be the difference now. Taken off for second base. The throw is in time, but it's dropped by Eliopoulos, and it gets away even from Alexis Bezos. So Zhuchkova, after the error, not only steals second, but opens the score of the game and heads back to the dugout, high-fiving her teammates after that error. So Papaveselou made that throw. It's a rather in time. It would have been a close play, but the ball got away from Iliopoulos, the second baseman, and Bezos's backup there was unsuccessful. So full count on Verekina. And base is clear. Sends a slap hit towards shortstop, who was playing it too close. Eleni Spirakis was there, and nobody covering second directly. And now, as Verekina, which you could have seen on this replay, stepped on the plate when she was hitting, she's called out because she hit outside the batter's box. Great call by Bob Kieskens, who noticed. So with that brings up Tatiana Beltyukova, the left fielder, batting .375 in the tournament, including a triple. And an off-speed pitch sent towards third base side of the field for foul ball, and strike number 1 charged Beltyukova. Stavru with the 2-1 delivery and hit dead ball called, as that hit the barrel for the second time as it bounced off the ground. Once again, Beltyukova driving that ball off to the left of the field. Up in the air towards the right fielder, Lysikatos, who makes the play for out number 2. That brings up the catcher, She wasn't catching most of the games. It was Virginia Gusakova who was trusted with the responsibilities behind home plate. And Gizarova was used as a right fielder instead. Batting though in all 5 of the games, .214 her average. Double was included in the 3 hits she recorded. Drove in 2 runs, but also struck out 4 times. Sends it towards third base side, but a foul ball is called as that crossed the line in front of third baseman Lysikatos. She was able to lay off it. Strike number 2. And a line drive will end this inning. Chelsea Lysikatos making the catch, and we only saw 7 batters overall in the first inning. Russia leading 1-0 after series of errors on the Russian side, on the Greek side, and we are headed into the second inning of this 5th place game when we come back.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Hoofddorp. Second inning coming up. Russia took the lead in the first. After this play, you see that steal attempt, and then getting away from
gets away even from
Bezos.
Back in the air towards.
We're gonna start with a high rise ball away from Mia Marinakis. It's the leadoff batter for Team Greece in the second inning, and she drives that ball, but it lands in the corner, but a bullet off Marinakis' bat. She is batting .364 in the tournament, a double and a triple, and she's batted in the highest number. Hit towards third base side, and Stepanyan, without any trouble, makes a throw across the diamond to first baseman Islamova. Out number 1. That brings up Maria Zepeda, the first baseman, with also impressive numbers, triple. And those 4 hits. And a rise ball missed above the zone. Popped up towards first base side. It's Yana Islamova who makes the throw herself, makes the catch herself, and that retires the first baseman and the counterpart, Maria Zepeda. Next up is Chelsea Lysikatos, third baseman, who caught that line drive. off of Egezerova's bat to end the first inning. Fly out to the center fielder, Semyonova, quickly ends top half of the second inning. So we're swifting through this game as Dad brings up a second attack of Team Russia. Olga Yakovleva, the designated player, will lead off for the Russians. Yakovleva also batting .333 with 2 runs batted in, but she's able to get on the base quite often. .455 the on-base percentage, as she was hit by a pitch twice. Interestingly, the only player with a different number in the stat of walks is Kukharenko, because she issued 3 walks, but none of the Russian batters drew a walk. It shows how aggressively they approach the at-bats. Have 27 strikeouts combined, the starting lineup, that is, of this game, and a dead ball after Yakovleva hit her foot, I believe, or the ankle. Yakovleva, the next pitch is away from the left-handed designated player. And this time hit in the air, and it's caught by Anissa Eliopoulos. Not an easy play. Had to react as the ball was dropping quickly. But Eliopoulos positioned herself perfectly to make the catch. And that brings up Darya Semyonova, the center fielder, on that last play of top half of the first. Now takes the first pitch up and in for ball number 1. Hit towards Chelsea Lisicato. She only knocks the ball away. And Spirakis was, of course, backing up behind her, so that ball rolled all the way to left field to Dora Skorjani. And a base hit for Darya Semyonova. That brings up Yana Islamova with 1 away. Russia now has a runner on the bases. Swing to cover the steal, and that gets in time. Semyonova sliding in as Eliopoulos was applying the tag. Close play. And now, you might have noticed Bob Gieskens just double checking with Thomas Lohnert at third base, the call, which was a strike. So 0-2 now coming up. Here's another look at that hit by Semyonova. Single through the left side. For Semyonova, the 23-year-old carousel player. Member of the Carousel's winning team from last year in Montegranaro from the Women's Cup. Just like many of her national team colleagues. This time sent towards Spirakis in third. The throw in time to retire Islamova. And Semyonova held on second base. The ball slowly rolled towards Greek shortstop. Here's another look, and no time for Islamova to make that play or to attempt for third base. Vera Kukharenko, the pitcher, with 1-1 pitch coming up after her first ball landed in the strike zone. Second one, a ball. So 1-1. And a foul ball makes it 1-2. Kukharenko, 4 plate appearances, struck out once, and still doesn't have a hit. This time to Spirakis, and that ball got away from her and sliding into home. Semyonova is tagged on the throw from Spirakis to Papavisalou, the catcher. Very aggressive base running by Russian offense as Kukharenko sent that ball. Here's another look towards the shortstop. Now Spirakis unable to make that play, and then Semyonova trying to slide around Nicolette Papavisalou, but great play at home by Greek defense. After 2 innings of play, 1-0 for Russia.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Final day of the Super 6 tournament here in Hoofddorp. Russia 1 run closer to take in that 5th place in the tournament in these final placement games. In 2 hours at 3:30, Team Great Britain will take on hosting country, the Netherlands, after they lost 1-0 to the Czechs earlier today for the 3rd place. And then later at 6 o'clock, early evening, battle for that championship, the championship game between Italy and Czech Republic. The game that opened the tournament will also close it. Same opponents, but different stage in the meantime. Both teams have battled through. The Czechs found no real match and were able to win all of their close games. 4 of the 5 games the Czechs won by 1 run. The only one with a bigger differential was against the Brits. That was 2-0. So Veronika Petskova with 4 recording wins on the 5 games. They rested for a while in the game against the Greeks, which they were able to make a 1-run game as Nicolette Papavisalou draws a walk to open the game for Team Greece. And that sacrifice bunt by Doris Scargiani worked perfectly. So advancement of the runner successful, tying run in scoring position for Team Greece. Sam Lissikatos, the right fielder, last in the batting order for the Hellas, now at bat. Here's another look at that sacrifice bunt. It was Kucharenko herself, then Islamova, Zhuchkova making the throw to second base, just to be sure. Maybe trying to catch Papavisalou off guard. Down in the dirt, corralled by Agizarova. Head towards the third base side. It rolls foul here. Caught by the left fielder, Beltyukova. And a bouncing ball towards the catcher, Kucharenko, but the throw is away, and Papavisalou crossing the plate for the tying run. It's 1-all. In the meantime, Lissikatos advances to second, and Kucharenko maybe just asking for a bit too much. We'll take another look as soon as we have that ready. Here's that ball towards Kucharenko. Now the throw to Stepanyan, who didn't seem to be ready to receive that ball, and also the throw way off target. Tossed on the dirt there in front of the Russian third baseman. So on the pitcher's error, Greece scores their first run of the game, and it's now tied 1-all. Up in the air, sky high, and it's in the end it's Tanya Zhuchkova, the second baseman, who makes the throw, despite Polina Verikina making the call early. But the ball just drifted through the air towards second baseman, and Sam Lissikatos was there getting away, and now hit by Alexis Bezos into left field. That advances Lissikatos to third. Bezos advances to second on the throw. 2 runners in scoring position for Team Greece, and they have now caught a momentum in top of the third. Not only do they tie the game, but they're able to get closer to taking the lead for the first time in this game. Bezos, a nice Base hit into shallow left field. Here's another look. Verikina diving to her right, trying to stop that ball, but nowhere near it. And on the throw, Egezarova decides not to advance any, not to try to throw that ball to second base with Lysikatos on third. So a quick conference in the circle for Russian defense, and here is Anissa Iliopoulos. Flied out to Verikina in the first inning. The first time up. See if she can keep that momentum going for Greek team. Takes this one inside for pitch, for strike number one. 1-1 the count, 2 away, and runners on third and second for Iliopoulos. Hit towards third base side, foul ball. Very determined, Iliopoulos. Taking a deep breath before a 1-2 pitch from Kukharenko. Hit way in the air, and it's caught on the run by Beltukova. Great play by the Russian left fielder, who saved 2 runs from being drawn in on this play. Halfway through the third inning, it's now tied 1-1, and that promises an interesting development of the game for the future innings. Of course, Russia, as the designated home team, will now take their turn at bat, and that could definitely mean that they respond with some runs of their own. Here's another look at that play that held Semyonova on second. Sacrifice spun by Dora Scorgiani, and here is that throw by Vera Kukharenko. Base hit by Alexis Bezos. And then Eleni Spirakis actually preceded. That was that fly out to the second baseman, Iliopoulos. 1-0, and Russia now in offense. It's Narina Stepanyan, the third baseman, who leads things off for Russia. Batting .231 in the tournament. Struck out 4 times. Puts her in tied first place along with 3 other of her teammates on this lineup with 4 strikeouts. Like I mentioned, their Russian offensive strategy seems to be very aggressive rather than drawing walks. Swing at the ball. A easy ball for Chelsea Lysikatos. Not so easy to actually make that play. It was maybe too slow going towards the third baseman, but Chelsea able to grab that ball out of glove and make the throw to Zepeda in time for out number 1. Lauren Stavru pitching to Tatiana Zhuchkova. Started the game off with a base hit. And on the attempted steal of second. That was the first error. The throwing error by the catcher, Papavisalou, and then the fielding error by the center fielder Bezos that helped Zhuchkova make it round the bases for our number one. Another look at Stepanyan's ground out to Lysikatos. And now 3 balls and a strike on Zhuchkova. Strike on the inside. Hit up the middle for another base hit. She's now 2 for 2. And Zhuchkova tries to get things started for Russia in the bottom of the third. They would love to answer that 1 run that came in the third. Both runs following in an error. We're in the third inning and already Greece with 3 errors and Russia with 2. Might become a big factor later on in the game. Who manages to snap out of it and which team will keep on making errors throughout the game. Hit towards the second baseman Iliopoulos, and she goes for the force out at second, gets it in time with Spirakis, the shortstop. So Verekina reaches on a fielder's choice. Zhuchkova is forced out on that play. So Iliopoulos, not an easy one to make as Zhuchkova was running in, and now the steal attempt. The throw is in time. Verekina not even sliding. I'd say it was a bit closer. And here's another look at Verekina and the throw to second. Spirakis well positioned. An off-speed pitch sent foul by Beltyukova. Had that the very important catch in the top of the third. As Greece had 2 runners on the bases, both in scoring position. And Anissa Iliopoulos was a bad hit towards left field. The outside pitch misses the zone by a few inches, a very close one. Beltyukova flied out to Lysikatos, the right fielder. In the first inning, this time popped up towards the third base side, and Chelsea Lysikatos chasing that ball, but just couldn't get there in time to make the play. 1-2 pitch coming up, and Spirakis now in discussion with Stavroul, and Nicolette Papavisalou, the catcher, went there to join them. And now everyone coming back to their designated positions. Ready to resume this at bat. 1-2 pitch coming to Beltyukova, popped up towards the first base side this time. And it's Maria Zepeda who makes the catch. Retires Russia, so after 3 complete innings, it's a tie game, 1-1.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Fourth inning coming up in this two-run game. So far, we saw 2 runs. Russia opened the game in the first inning with a run on an error, or a series of errors rather, and then Greece tied it. Similar miscue by Russian defense. So 1-1 is the current score, and Mia Marinakis, who grounded out to Narina Stepanyan her first time up, is leading things off for Team Greece. She was part of the 1-2-3 inning second when she was leading off. This time hits it up in the air towards center field, and Daria Semyonova showing some range, making that play, running towards her right to left field, and Marinakis now 0 for 2. That brings up Maria Cepeda. Flied out to Yana Islamova. More like popped up to her. The rice ball again. This time Cepeda laying off. Strike called on this pitch. On the baseball diamond at 3 o'clock, there will start a suspended game from yesterday, Spain versus Netherlands. Both teams looking probably already ahead till tomorrow when the baseball final round takes place, and looks like the final game will be between these two teams, as Czechs are currently in 5th place, the Germans in 6th, and the Dutch, Spanish, and the Italian will battle for the final. So Cepeda reaching on base on balls, and here comes Chelsea Lasicados to center field for Daria Semyonova. That's an easy play. The attempt for the double gets away from Islamova. Cepeda considering heading for second, but Agizarova is there to back up the Russian first baseman. So unlike Bezos in the first inning, Cepeda does not get too carried away. Two away, and runner on first. Rise ball out of the zone above the letters. Nicolette Papavislou. Now popping up yet again. So the rise ball's working for Kukarenko, as all 3 of the outs in this inning were up in the air. Halfway through the game, we're tied 1-1, and that means Russia will get another chance to add a few more runs. We're eagerly awaiting someone to maybe start a rally, but it's nice to see these tight games. That's the idea behind the Super 6 tournament. All the top 6 ranked teams, as you take another look at Islamabad and Zepeda's reflexive first 2 steps towards second base, and then realization that she wasn't going to make it in time. Lauren Stavru consistently pitching. It was an error, so still unearned run on Lauren. That'll improve her numbers from this tournament. And here comes Egezarova. Tony Foti, the skipper of Greek team, whom you might have heard through our ambient microphones. Instructing his players to get the lead off better. Of course, that's always preferred. 2 of the 3 previous innings, they managed to do that. Ground out 2 Lysicatus in the 3rd inning, and then before that, fly out 2 Iliopoulos, the second baseman, in the 2nd inning. Hit towards first base side. A foul ball. Egezarova, another long foul ball off the bat of catcher number 11. And down in the dirt, long at bat to start this bottom of the 4th. And Egezarova able to battle through it, and a walk will load up the lead runner. Sorry, the lead off batter, Egezarova. And coming up is Olga Yakovleva. She flied out to Leopolis, but following her on deck at the moment is Daria Semyonova, one of the 2 players with a successful hit on Russian defense. Sorry, on Russian offense. Tries laying down a bunt. Rolls towards the 3rd base side. And a foul ball is called. They're going to check for the swing. And no swing is called. It looked awfully close to a swing. However, Iskens went Lautenschläger. Both confident that it wasn't. Now we're getting some raindrops as that bunt is fielded in fair territory. So a sacrificed bunt for Yakovleva. And the first out for Greek defense in this inning. Hopefully the rain won't get any stronger than this. On the positive side, Wind is a lot calmer than yesterday. Chelsea Lysicatos now. Trick play showing the throw, and now in the rundown they catch Egizarova. Heads up play by the Greek third baseman. She checked Egizarova, who was on her toes at that moment, but when she faked that throw to first, Egizarova took off for third, and then Lysicatos started that rundown and managed to get her out. Semyonova reaches on a fielder's choice, makes her way to second base. So runner in scoring position, but two away for Russia, and Yana Islamova now at bat. And here is Chelsea Lysicatos together with Iliopoulos, and then Spirakis making that tag. Rain starting to pick up as Islamova spoils this. Away for a bomb run, and then the throw is off target, but they will get Semyonova, who took off for third after that bad throw, but the Greek defense was able to actually benefit from that error as they caught the runner at third base. So a couple of interesting plays. Here's another look at that rundown earlier after Lysicatos started that. And then see that starting to pour. Hopefully we won't get many weather disruptions today. Yesterday's program had to be eventually canceled or was suspended till today. You see some of the fans have come prepared and are hiding under umbrellas or rain jackets. Doros Karagianni is the leadoff batter for Team Greece in the 5th inning. So after an hour of play, or almost an hour, already made it through 4 complete innings. So 4 hits combined and 5 errors this game. Only 2 runs. As Skaragianni, in her first actual at-bat, she had a plate appearance earlier in this game, which was her first plate appearance in the whole tournament. But as it was a sacrifice bunt, does it go down as an at-bat in her stats. And now strike called after a 3-0 pitch. Just landed in the zone. Now Skorjani with the 3-1 pitch coming up. Great hitter's count, and can she shows a good eye and reaches base on walk. So leadoff batter reaches for Greece on a walk for the 2nd time in this game. Bunt laid down by Sam Lysicatos, but it rolls into the foul territory. It looks as though The rain is now almost gone. And another attempt, this time successful sacrifice bunt. Narina Stepanyan making the throw to Zhuchkova. So they get the mandatory out, but on the other hand, Dora Scorgiani advances to second on that play. That brings up the top of the lineup. Eleni Spirakis flied out to second base, grounded out to the shortstop. This time sends a high velocity projectile towards third base side of the field into the foul territory. Here's another look. No. Lisicados able to make it a close play on the sac bunt. Scorgiani in scoring position on second. And Spirakis, 0-1 pitch coming up, hit up in the air. And Daria Semyonova makes the catch. Runner tags up and heads for third, and that throw won't make it in time. So Spirakis at least advances the runner 60 feet closer to the home plate. Now with 2 away, the Russian defense will of course focus on getting that batter out, and it's Alexis Bezos has a hit in this game. She's 1 for 2 and hits it towards Semyonova, and that will be the end of this half inning. The Hellas leave a runner stranded on third. That's Scorgiani, but still a very much a close game, as the Russian players will now get a chance in the bottom of the fifth to get some runs on the board. Here's another look. At some of the highlights, that was Chelsea Lisicados' fly out to the center fielder. And now Eleni Spirakis, and that fly out to Semyonova. Scorgiani tagging up on second. And sliding in safely into third. So even younger generation here enjoying some Britney Spears, as there's no more need for umbrellas here. We're keeping our fingers crossed that at least this weather will stay, as Zhuchkova Islamova starts quickly. Sending that line drive to foul territory, though. Wearing an interesting pair of cleats. In gold. Islamova is a member of this year's national team in Staranzano for the under-19s, and in Slovakia, Trnava for under-22s, where Russia did not play so well. But she's also a carousel player, so that gold is there for a reason. When they won the European Cup last year in Montegranaro, this time uses her speed to reach first base after a base hit in the infield. The infield single to second baseman Iliopoulos. Hit towards Chelsea Lisicados in third, and she gets the out. Good Execution on both sides as Islamova advances to second on the play. And Kucharenko able to advance her teammate. Runner in scoring position, one away, and at bat, Narina Stepanyan. Third baseman hits it to the third base side. And Russian dugout now getting louder as would like to regain the lead. Laying down the bunt and it hits her out. Okay, it's called inside the box for strike number 2. Already saw now being called after Polina Verekina ran out of the box and hit that ball outside the box. And here's Lauren Stavru delivering the 1-2 pitch. And it's hit over the head of Lysikatos. Spiraki is there making the backhand play and throw to second, at least trying to make something out of this play. This will be scored a single. Very strange hit, but they'll take it. So runners on second and first for Team Russia. And Narina Stepanyan is now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Zhuchkova, who is 2 for 2 so far. Hit 1 to right field, 1 to center field. Now Nicolette Papavisalou making her Lauren Stavrud pitcher fully extend to make the catch. That throw. Papavisalou, the first catcher to get a scalp of the Dutch runner attempting to steal second base. She caught Onaisha Franca yesterday. This one, the Greeks surprised the Dutch, led 4-0, 4-2 after first inning as Zhuchkova has to move out of the way of this pitch. It was turning into her and she managed to just avoid it from hitting her. 3 balls and a strike count. And Zhuchkova is ready and will take it for strike number 2. Full count. So full count pitch from Stavru, and it's hit towards shortstop. Spiraki is the force out at third with cooperation with Lysikatos. And they get the second out. Second out of this inning. Runners still on second and first. Here's another look at Spirakis to Lysikatos to get that out. And Chelsea reconsidered making another throw, as by that time Stepanyan was already on second base. So Zhuchkova reaches on fielder's choice at bat. Verekina, who also reached on fielder's choice this time to the first base side. Maria Zepeda raced for the first base, and she does beat the Russian counterpart and retires Russian attack. We're 5 innings through this game, and it's still a tie game, 1-0.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
We're back in Hoofddorp. Here's another look at that infield hit to Iliopoulos. Here's some of the highlights, and a great start for Iliopoulos, the second baseman, as she hit that ball now. Also toying with the idea of heading for second, but great backup by Shabanova, the right fielder, and also Egezarova, the catcher, who were both by at first base to cover up for Islamova. And here's another look. That's on Anissa Iliopoulos and Verikina making the throw, and it's we're near getting a quick grease. Oh, and a great diving stop by Stepanyan, and a double play after that throw to first came in time to Islamova. Sorry, to Zhuchkova, the second baseman. An incredible diving stop by Stepanyan as an attempted sacrifice bunt is popped up, and take another look, and from her knees she makes that throw to first to double up Iliopoulos. And here's another hit. It's Maria Zepeda, the first baseman. A quick inning despite the fact that a infield single started things going for Team Greece. Russia able to capitalize on a great play by the third baseman, Narina Stepanyan, and after this flyout, they're headed into bottom of the sixth inning. Still tie game, and Russia will continue with their offensive effort. There is another look at that infield hit, and then this throw from Stepanyan retired. Leading off for Team Russia in the bottom of the sixth is the left fielder Tatiana Belchukova, her number 5, batting .333 in the tournament, and she quickly swings at the first pitch, and it landed in the stands, and it appears that one of the fans got injured on that play. So ice is requested to that field. Hopefully no one will get hurt too much. Medical assistance already on the way to the stands. Of course, softball, especially hit this hard, aligned towards the third base side, can be very dangerous. So all fans are always required to pay close attention to what's happening on the field and around them, as the balls might come flying pretty much from anywhere, especially when you walk behind the backstop. We already saw that whoever named this sport softball really didn't get the meaning of the word soft right. There's undoubtedly nothing soft about this sport, and the medic already in the stands there helping out. I think it's one of the local local fans sitting right next to the Russian group of supporters as another pitch is driven to foul ball area by Beltyukova. Lauren Stavru with a 2-2 delivery. And hit towards third base. Lysikatos making the grab and the play. Close on the line. And Lysikatos once again making a great play. Here's another look. And backhand play by Chelsea Lysikatos. Strike called on Egezarova, the catcher, on the first pitch, opening pitch off this at bat. And the next one is away for ball number 1. A lot of ones on the scoreboard at the moment. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the score is 1-1. The bottom of the 6th inning. Now, Russia familiar with extra inning battles. They fought an extra inning tiebreaker game against the Brits yesterday. And sent towards second base side. Iliopoulos not able to make the play. So an error on the second baseman, and Russia has the potential leading run on base. Egezarova. Here's another look, sent towards the second baseman. And not only did it go between her legs, she also kicked it away as she spun towards right field. That brings up Yakovleva, and the DP hits it way hard and over the head of Alexis Bezos, and Russia will take the lead 2-1 as Yakovleva is now sitting in third. An RBI triple puts Russia in lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. A critical moment. Outfielders were playing it too close for this connection. As you take another look, Bezos without a chance had to run all the way to the warning track to pick up that ball, and now Stavru with 1 away. Facing Daria Semyonova, she's 1 for 2. Has a stolen base and was caught between second and third, trying to steal third after that throwing error by Nicolette Papavisalou, the catcher. So with 1 away, the question is, do they go for a squeeze play to potentially add another run on the board and make themselves sort of a buffer before going into top of the 7th? All they need now is 3 outs to get the 5th place. Head towards third base side, and Spirakis and Lysikatos don't risk bringing in another run, so an infield hit on Semyonova, for Semyonova. She hit towards the third base side, and it was muffled by Lysikatos for Spirakis. Runners on the corners for Russia, and at bat is Yana Islamova, the first baseman. showing bunt. Just puts it in the foul. Here's Islamova, had a base hit to second baseman Anissa Iliopoulos. In the 5th inning. Two balls and a strike. That's the count on Islamova. Takes that one in for ball number 3. So good hitter's count for the Russian first baseman. 3-1 pitch coming up from Lauren Stavru. Hit towards second base side once again, and they go for the out at first. Iliopoulos to Zepeda. Anissa able to check the runner from third. And she stayed there. Runners in scoring position, 2 away and a dead ball after Kukharenko drills us herself on the foot. Russia will definitely prefer having their pitcher healthy as she swings and misses at this changeup from Stavru. Got her chasing. That means strike 2 charge to Russian pitcher. They go outside. Kukharenko doesn't bite. And a strikeout. And so this happening in which Russia takes the lead. It's 2-1 for the Russians. They're only 3 outs away from winning this one and taking 5th place in the tournament. We'll be right back.
It was amazing. Learned a lot, especially from the experienced instructors.
If we want to make this sport better and more popular, we need to keep learning from each other.
I think we created international softball friendship.
You guys missed a lot. You missed fun, you missed softball, and fun again. So be here next year. See you after the commercial break.
Welcome back to Hoofddorp in the Netherlands. It's the 7th inning of this battle between Russia and Greece for 5th place. And here's Chelsea Lysikatos hitting the ball, driving it away to the left-hander. It's dropped by Belchukova. And Lysikatos will head into 2nd place. The crowd's cheering and loving this as it might become more dramatic they're trailing by 1, and the leadoff batter hits a double into left field. So Listicado's the tying run now on second base in scoring position. As you take another look at that connection, sort of let that hanging over the plate, and now Russian defense. So we'll take a short break to discuss things. Now, if you are a softball fan, you definitely know about the project Baseball or Softball Against Cancer, started by Ginger de Werd, Dutch national team's pitcher, who has started this project, I believe, 2 years ago, and now their goal is to collect 100,000 euros. They're already 86% done. You can buy some of the merchandise, like you see me wearing here, for cancer awareness at the venue, or you can head over online to Softball Against Cancer or baseballagainstcancer.nl, or look it up on Facebook for further details. This good cause can get you this nice clothing. So make sure to look it up on Facebook or just Google it. And here comes Tony Foti discussing something with Bob Easkins, the home plate umpire. So Nicolette Papavislou, the catcher, at bat. She's 0 for 1 with a walk, and she is that only run. Lays down a bunt. Stepanyan unable to make the catch, and bunts for a hit. Tying run 60 feet away as Litsicados advanced on the play. Stepanyan, who had a spectacular play diving for a popped-up bunt previously, this time misses it. And that brings pinch hitter Breen Keza. With nobody out, Russia needs to withstand this pressure if they want to win this one in the 7 innings. Of course, should the game be tied after the 7th, top half of the 7th, they still get that turn in offense and could potentially win it in regulation. So Bria Nikeza swings at this one, and it's fouled out of play. Yet again towards the same side of the stands, so the bleachers behind the Russian dugout. 0-2 pitch coming up, and it's a rise ball above the zone. Brina Keza able to lay off that one. There's Kukurenko now under pressure. Both pitchers gone through the complete game at the moment. Popped up, shallow left field, and it's dropped by Verikina. Chelsea Lissicados, it was Thurani Zavitsanu who was pinch running for Chelsea. Makes her way across the plate for the tying run. So between Verikina and Beltyukova, that's where the miscommunication was, and it was, well, it wasn't miscommunication. Beltyukova was there to back up, and Verikina knocked it out, and a very close the road to second, however. They didn't get the out. They were looking to get that force out. We'll have a pitching change for Team Russia. Kukurenko making it through 6 complete innings. And new pitcher for Team Russia is Nina Zakaznikova. Remember her from the opening game of Team Russia. in the evening of day one on Tuesday, which was that loss to the home team Netherlands. This time she's warming up in the top of the 7th, trying to stop that Greek momentum that has been kicked off by Chelsea Lysikatos in that leadoff hit in the top of the 7th. Thurani Zavitsanu was pinch running for her. Across the plate on the last play to tie things for the Greeks. Now Nikki Papavisalou on third. Dora Scorgiani on first. Those are the two runners. And at bat, it's Sam Lysikatos trying to lay down a bunt. Lands wide the backstop. So strike number 1 on the Greek right fielder. Corners playing it very, very close. Lays off of that rise ball by Zakasnikova. So Lysikatos tying that count 1-1. Laying down the bunt towards Stepanian on third base. They play the force out of the lead runner on third. So great execution by the Russian defense to get the first out of the inning and potentially stop that offense from getting any more runs on the board. With one away, that brings up top of the lineup the shortstop Eleni Spirakis. Eleni Spirakis is 0 for 3 with a batting average 286 prior to the game, so statistically speaking she is now due, and we'll see if she can deliver in the 7th inning with runners on the bases. Pops it up, an infield fly. No, it's further beyond the infield. Runner tags up, but doesn't have a chance to take off for the third. So a fly out to the center fielder, Semyonova. It means Spirakis is 0 for 4 in this game. And that brings us Alexis Bezos. Alexis Bezos, who is 1 for 3. Reached twice, also on an error. Foul ball. Starts it off. Now supporters of Team Greece can also be heard now. And it's hit in the left field, and they round her, they send her home. The throw is in time, but she slides in and gets safe. The throw was in time, but off target. Egezarova unable to apply the tag. Great call by Bob Gieskins, the home plate umpire, as Scargiani comes sliding in, avoiding the tag for the leading run for Team Greece. For the first time in this game, the Greeks take the lead. They now have 2 runners in scoring position. That's Sam Lysikatos and Alexis Bezos, who are sitting in 3rd and 2nd respectively, but Greeks are now very close to getting that first win, and it's in that final game. Anissa Iliopoulos, the second baseman, now at bat, starts with a foul ball to the right. So Lysikatos on third, Bezos on second. It's 3-2 for Greece. And the 0-1 pitch coming from Zakasnikova misses way above the zone for ball number 1. takes this one up the middle of strike number 2. So 1-2 pitch coming from Zakasnikova. Iliopoulos. So 1 for 3. I'm sure she would love to go 2 for 4 after this one. And she does, and it's a 2 RBI single, and the Greeks are now up 5-2 as Iliopoulos, and you can probably hear all that noise from all the Greek supporters, not only them, also many of the locals like the fact that this drama is now developing to the underdog's favor. There's another look at that throw being cut off by Gizarova, then that last attempt at second. 4 runs in for Team Greece in the top of the 7th. And now a fairly comfortable lead, and it's not over yet. And there's still nobody out, so big momentum created by the Greek offense. Here's Mia Marinakis, the designated player, Team Greece, and pops it up. It's Tatiana Zhuchkova who makes the catch, so 3 away. Great play for the Russian defense to end the things. Well, it's coming down to this. Bottom of the 7th, they're trailing by 3. The Russian offense has to deliver at least 3 runs at this stage of the game, or they will end up in that unlucky 6th place. Of course, in a tournament which is an invitational of 6 best teams, it's no shame to end up in 6th place. But I'm sure prior to this game, their Russian hopes were different. They were confident that since they were able to beat Greece once, that they can do it again. But you see, errors have been present in this game. We saw 6 in total. 4 on the Greek side, to be fair, because that top of the 7th was mainly generated by great Greek hitting, started by Chelsea Lissikatos, who's back, and in position of the 3rd baseman, and the Greeks only 3 outs away from getting that first win in this tournament in their 6th game. Trying to get things started for Team Russia is the 3rd baseman, Irina Stepanyan. Second pitch taken in for strike number 1. Now Stepanyan had a rough afternoon. She had that spectacular catch, now slowly rolling towards Spirakis and makes the throw late. Stepanyan sliding in head first into the bag, and an infield single to the shortstop after slowly bouncing ball towards first. You saw that Spirakis pumped that ball twice before making the throw, and Stepanyan now on first base. Tying run on deck. At bat is Anna Shabanova, the right fielder, taking second pitch for ball number 2. Nice little drama developing here in the 7th inning of this 5th place game. Russia, of course, not risking losing that losing that runner. We don't attempt to steal at the moment, and that off-speed pitch off Stavru finally catches the zone. Strike number 2 for the young Greek pitcher. And Shabanova able to lay off that one. Like the Zhuchkova. Zhuchkova hits it to the third base side and rolls foul all the way to the corner. It's picked up by Dora Scorgiani. Full count. Runner on first. And Zhuchkova, who's been 2 for 3, hits one over the head of the shortstop, out of reach of both center fielder and left fielder. So she is 3 for 4 in this game, and puts herself on. And let's Verekina decided tying run at the plate for Team Russia. And Tony Fodi, the head coach of the Greek team, will now like a chance to talk to his players. Probably let them know that they don't need to be too worried about those base runners. All they have to focus on are getting those outs, especially the batter, who is the tying run at the moment. Russian offense also taking advantage of this short break to discuss their strategy. Now with nobody out, there's still quite a chance of them maybe sacrificing Verekina. She is 0 for 3 in this game, but we'll see what strategy they do. She does lay down a bunt, but it rolls foul, fielded by Nikki Papavisalou. Strike 1. So now the infield knows what to expect. Russia would like those runners in scoring position, and this time it's a swing that lands in the foul territory. 0-2. Take another look at that attempted bunt. But with 0-2 pitch coming up, corners can now rest further, and manages to just spoil that one. Fouled out of play by Verekina. They go outside, and Verekina able to spoil it yet again. Great job by the shortstop. Had a couple of errors in this game, even back in the first, and she gets hit by a pitch, and she will get awarded. That loads the bases and puts the tying run on first. Now with nobody out, it becomes very interesting. At bat is Tatiana Beltyukova, the left fielder. Down in the dirt, great block by Niki Papavisalou. But nobody out. Stepanyan on third probably won't take too aggressive of an approach. And hit towards left field. Dora Scorgiani makes the catch. Stepanyan tags up and advances to first. That'll make it a 2-run game. And then they go for second base and they tag the runner. An easy out for defense. Verekina sort of forgot what to do and decided late to head for a base. As you take another look, so that was Verekina. What she could have been hoping for was that her teammate Zhuchkova would take off from third. That moment. What they attempted now was trying to check whether Zhuchkova tagged up correctly. Two away, and a two-run game. Tying run is at the plate now, and Russia down to their last out, represented by Evgenia Agizarova. So Belchukova gets the sacrifice fly and a hit off of Chelsea Lysikatos' glove. Hit into left field for Agizarova. It makes it a one-run game and the tying run on first. That brings up the designated player Olga Yakovleva. Wow, what a drama here in Hoofddorp. 5-4 for Greece, and they'll put a temporary runner on at first. So Belchukova will head over to first and replace Agizarova. Catcher, they're taking advantage of the two outs by putting a faster runner on than Agizarova. But more importantly, Olga Yakovleva now at bat. First pitch misses away. Ball number one. Yakovleva flied out to second baseman Iliopoulos and was out at first, and an easy out for Zepeda ends this game. The Greece get their first win of the tournament in their most important game. That's one for the 5th place. And Russia making it a drama in the bottom of the 7th. A great game worthy of a Super 6. So both of these teams saying goodbye to this tournament. How Russia took an early lead. It was 1-0 till third inning when Greece started. Both of these runs on unearned, on errors, and then all the way till 7th inning, nothing that interesting happened, and then Greece able to deliver in the top of the 7th, 4 runs, and Russia only answered with 2 of their own. So with the final score 5-4, we're saying our goodbye from this 5th place game. Final standings then from the bottom: Russia 6th, Greece 5th place, and in 40 minutes at 3:30 in the afternoon, the 3rd place game will take place here at the Pioneers Complex between the Netherlands, will be the not only designated but also literally the home team, and Team Great Britain. We'll see how the Dutch are able to battle 2 factors that will come into place. First one being maybe fatigue from that long game that was suspended yesterday evening and continued through today's morning, and also maybe a sense of disappointment from not being in the championship game, their home tournament. On behalf of the whole crew of Playo.tv, thank you for joining us for this broadcast. We have 2 more games coming up at 3:30. Tune in for another Super 6 action.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.